do it this way. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Kinsler. I'm the head of the middle school. It is my pleasure to welcome you all tonight. So just a quick reminder about the COVID policies. If you can, as much as possible, keep some space between people, that's great. Please keep your masks on during the concert. But more importantly, we are so excited that you're able to be here tonight to hear some live music. I know someone's going to say, this is the fourth time we said this, but this is the first time sort of this group has had a chance to get together and perform in front of an audience since 2019. December 2019 was sort of our last set of middle school concerts. So it's been a long time. We are super excited to perform in front of a live audience. There's something really important about that for a musician, to be able to connect with an audience. I think what you're going to see tonight is that wonderful experience of how students can develop courage, the composure they need to come up on stage and perform. So I know you're going to enjoy tonight's concert. It is my pleasure now to call on Dr. Hardy Giver, who's going to do the formal introductions. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kinsler, and welcome everyone to our middle school band and percussion ensemble concert. So actually, to kick things off is going to be Mr. Wagner and the 6th grade percussion ensemble. So as they make their way to the stage, this is the first time this ensemble has played together, performed together in a divisional concert. So please, let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Austin Wagner. I am the director of the percussion ensembles here at Shipley, and we are so excited to make some music for you this evening, so we're going to jump right in. This first piece is called The Camel. It's full of tempo changes, starts and stops, rhythmic layers, lots of things to keep us on our toes. So I hope you enjoy it. This is The Camel. Thank you so much. The 6th grade percussion ensemble has really been going above and beyond all year so far. So much so that in the last couple of weeks, they decided that they wanted to play even more music than I had originally programmed for the winter concert. So, before hip buckets, we're going to play another piece by Hunter Strickland named after a Latin percussion rhythm known as the Sun Clave. It sounds like this. Now that rhythm is really, really important for drummers to learn how to internalize, but it's also kind of tricky because it's really, really syncopated. So while you're listening to this, I want you to hear how the ensemble is maintaining their steady rhythms that weave in and out of the Sun Clave. So without further ado, Sun Clave. Thank you. So this next one is another short composition by Hunter Strickland. Instead of borrowing from the Latin percussion world, this one's going to come from the world of pop music. It was written for bucket drum ensemble. In addition to drum sets, we're going to feature Alton on the drum set in this piece, and also electronic accompaniment. Now, I try to describe exactly what this piece sounds like, but the students in this ensemble have described it from everything, including maybe music from a movie. I've heard music that you would hear underwater. I heard music that you would hear while playing Mario Kart. I don't know. All I know is that I hope you enjoy it. This is Hip Buckets. Thank you so much. At this point, we are going to take a short break to hand it on over to the 6th grade band.
Good evening. My name is Lily and I play the flute and band. Please raise your hand if hearing this melody makes you think of the holiday season. What about the movie Home Alone? What about spring? That's right, the melody to Carol the Bells is actually based on a Ukrainian folk song that welcomes spring at the start of the new year. Its title in Ukrainian is Shedrik, meaning bountiful, and its U.S. premiere was in Carnegie Hall exactly 100 years ago this October. Given the timing of our performance, we would like to dedicate our performance to the coming of spring.
Thank you so much. Bravo, sixth grade band and percussion. As you can see, members of the sixth grade percussion ensemble are filtering in and out of our ensemble. And Mr. Wagner and I really view each of these ensembles as an extension of one another. So you will see more collaboration in the spring for our spring concert. I understand that this concert's being live streamed, and we may have had a couple issues with the live stream. Mr. Plo, are we good with the live stream now? Thumbs up, awesome. So for those of you following along live, if you can't hear us when we're talking about the program, you can find it in a QR code, which will give you all the information. All right, so that way you know what it is we're performing. The students are doing a great job of introducing our pieces, but if you'd like the information later or to print it out yourself, you can find it there. This group has been an absolute joy to work with. And I'm so excited that we're only halfway through the year, or, well, maybe a little more than half now. The joy that they bring each day to every rehearsal has really helped me, as their director, get through this tough time. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for doing that and being who you are. And I'd now like to invite Maggie Hornan, who is going to introduce our final piece.
Good evening. My name is Maggie, and I play trumpet in the band. We're Gonna Rock Around the Clock is a great example of early rock and roll and is based on the 12-bar blues form. The first version of the song was recorded by Sunny Day and His Knights right here in Philadelphia in March of 1954. The album was called Rockaphilly. The version of Rock Around the Clock that most people know and that our band arrangement is based on was a version performed by Billy Haley and the Comets. The version became even more popular when it appeared in a 1955 movie about students and teachers, starring the late, great Sidney Poitier. Dr. Bugler chose this piece because he said, no matter what comes our way, we're going to rock around the clock.
right, next we're going to invite the 7th and 8th grade percussion ensemble to the front of the stage. As I mentioned before, Mr. Plow working the sound and the live stream. None of this would be possible without you, Mr. Plow. Thank you so much.
And I'm going to double that in that to rig up all these speakers that the percussion ensemble has been using, I have been bugging Mr. Plow since November with, okay, I think it would be better if we had one speaker. No, maybe two. And that didn't stop until, I promise you, 10 minutes before the sound check was about to start. I was like, I don't know, maybe we could do it this way. And every single time he succeeded in fulfilling my idea in mere moments. So thank you, Mr. Plow. So this is the 7th and 8th grade percussion ensemble, and we are going to kick things off with a call and response piece from the drumline world. You're going to be hearing from several soloists as we go along. You're going to be hearing from Johnny Everman. Johnny, wave. All right, great. You're going to be hearing from Lucas Farrell. You can wave, Lucas. And you're going to be hearing from Matt Johnston. Go ahead and wave. So, without further ado, this is a call and response piece, combining two pieces actually, Rock You We Will and The Fleet. Hope you enjoy it. So earlier on in the program, you heard me mention that the 6th grade percussion ensemble added some variety by playing some music from the Latin percussion world, also playing some music from the pop music world. Well, the 7th and 8th grade percussion ensemble is going to finish off our portion of the concert by playing about 5 genres of drumming all in one piece. This is going to feature Lucas Farrell on drum set, also Gabe Tinker on drum set, so you both can go on up and make yourself comfortable. And it's entitled Radio, and I think it's pretty clear why once you hear it. So this is Radio by Hunter Strickland. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much. And again, there's going to be a short break while we change it over to the 7th and 8th grade band. Thanks again.
She's an awesome oboe player.
Our first piece, Bugler's Holiday, written by Leroy Anderson, is a feature for our trumpet section. Leroy Anderson composed the piece in the same year We're Gonna Rock Around the Clock was recorded, and his music was every bit as popular. Known for writing orchestral miniatures such as Sleigh Ride, The Syncopated Clock, and Blue Tango, Anderson got his start conducting the concert band at Harvard College, where he earned both his undergraduate and master's degrees in composition. Bugler's Holiday was inspired by Anderson's time in the military and mimics calls on the bugle or valveless trumpet. We hope you enjoy our performance.
All right, it's hard to believe we're on our last piece of the evening. And what you're about to hear is a piece called Guantanamera by Juan Tizol, which translates roughly to Lady of Guantanamo. And it is more or less an anthem in South America. So hopefully that brings a little tropical weather, which seems to be coming this weekend, oddly enough, and for our winter concert. You know, this is our last of our middle school divisional concerts and upper school concerts for winter. Originally they were, we hoped that they would be in December, when they typically are. And then of course we had them in January, and now we're here. But I think the important part is that we're here together. All right, so the last 2 years to me is not time spent away from this. Playing outside, it was uncomfortable, or sometimes really nice to be outside, right? Changing to music production. 6th grade, can you be quiet, please? 6th grade. They've been sitting for a long time. To doing music production projects together, working online, remotely. Those aren't things I would trade. We've learned from that, and we've grown from that together. So we're dusting ourselves off, and we're getting back into live performance, and thank goodness we are. It feels so good, I can't even tell you. It's hard. I'm not a words person. That's why I'm a musician, right? But it feels so good. So thank you, 7th and 8th grade, for being there with me. Appreciate you. That's all. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you in spring.